Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm back again. Well, today is September 11th, an anniversary, 9/11. Now we move on to the world of sports. Okay, everyone, I'm back. So, now let's get down to the nitty gritty. NFL Week 1, 2009. My name is Mark Spencer, and welcome to another year of the NFL. The world's number one big sport in the world, other than the world's game, soccer, football, the real world sport. The NFL has been around for about 100 years. It's younger than basketball. It's younger than hockey. It's younger than baseball. But it's really become big business in the last 30 years. Since 1977, the NFL has bloomed since they combined with the old, what was it? It was a UFL or whatever, the American Football League, okay, the AFL, okay, the old American Football League. Ever since it merged with the American Football League back in the 60s, late 60s, it's really become the power of powers. The Super Bowl. I mean, nowadays, Super Bowl is one of the biggest businesses in the world. Commercials, advertisements, you name it. And now football is back. Last night, I saw some of the highlights of Pittsburgh and the Titans. I thought the Titans would pull this one out. They pushed it to overtime. Pittsburgh beat them by 2 points. 13-10. Or 3 points. Close game. Really, really close game. The defense on both teams looked great. Ben Roethlisberger didn't look like the Ben Roethlisberger that we're used to. He looked kind of slow. He looked like he lost a bit of a step. He's a young guy. We all know that. Now, Roethlisberger's around my age. But I got to admit, he was kind of lacking. I'm not saying he was lacking anything much, but he was lacking the passion. And I think as the season goes on, we'll start to see the passion out of Ben Roethlisberger. You know what I can call it? A little bit of off-season hangover from winning the Super Bowl. You're always in party mode until the season starts. Now the Pittsburgh Steelers have to defend their title. And it's not going to be easy. Every game is going to be like a Super Bowl. Every team is going to be locked on you. And I was watching the NFL Network yesterday. Michael Irvin was talking about the Pittsburgh Steelers, and he was saying that every game, why you don't see too many teams repeating nowadays, because every team wants to beat you. Every team will, their main goal in mini camps, training camps, or whatever, as the season goes on, they want to win. So they plot plans or design plays to be better than the Steelers. They prepare for their defense. Okay, don't get me wrong. The Pittsburgh Steelers defense is the best defense in football. After that, you could say it's the Baltimore Ravens and the Chicago Bears. But the Steelers are a type of team with the fans in Pittsburgh. And then when the weather gets cold, they have another advantage. They're almost like Green Bay Packers. They are always tough. They've been tough since the 70s, and they're tough in the 21st century, in the 2000s. And now we get close to 2010, they're looking for another steel curtain. The Pittsburgh Steelers are for real, folks. We will see what happens with this team. Well, they're 1-0. They beat the Titans yesterday. It was a heck of a game. I saw the highlights. Kerry Collins did play good. He had a couple good throws. He has some good young talent on that team. No doubt about it. They might have lost Albert Hainsworth to the Redskins in the offseason, signed a big 6-year deal around $100 million. But I got to admit, in my personal opinion, that was a good game. No doubt about it. Okay. Now we look to the games that are going to be happening this weekend, on Sunday. Okay. The first game I'm going to look at is the big game that everybody is anticipating. Brett Favre and the Vikings. Okay. This should be a game that everybody is going to watch. There's no doubt. Everybody's pumped up for his first game as a Viking. Do I think Brett Favre is going to win this game? We'll see. They're playing a very, very tough team. No doubt about it. So, it's going to be tough for Brett. That's a funny thing about football. Any given team can win on Sunday. So we will see what happens with Brett. Will he win? Will he lose? Same thing with Jay Cutler. He plays on the Monday against the Bills. That game should be interesting, no doubt about it. So we'll see. And they have Eli Manning and the Giants. How are they going to do this year without Plaxico Burress? Well, the big question for me is, will they recover from the Plaxico curse? And that's what I feel might happen. Will Keem Nicks, the young rookie, become a star? I don't think so. Will Steve Smith be a superstar, become a go-to guy for Eli Manning? Maybe. Man, Eli Manning lost his best wide receiver. I know Brandon Jacobs is the running game, and nobody can really stop this guy. He's a force of nature. But the big question is, does Tom Coughlin have the wide receivers to deliver the goods? At crunch time, part of the game, fourth quarter, third down, and like 20 yards, who does Eli Manning throw the ball to? I don't know. That's the big question right there. Third down, fourth quarter, where does Eli go to? That's the big question. And it's the same thing for his older brother, Peyton Manning. Now he has a more weakened offensive line. He has no more Marvin Harrison, no more Tony Dungy. What does Peyton Manning do? Does he take a step back? I think he will. Peyton Manning's in his 30s now. He might take a step back, but we'll see what happens with this team this year in the NFL. And the most controversial team, the Dallas Cowboys. Now they got rid of Terrell Owens, Pac-Man Jones. Well, there was a rumor that Pac-Man wanted to go to the Canadian Football League, but guess what he called it? The UFL. And some of the Canadian Football League players were so mad at him, they said, you know what? You don't belong in this league. Just stay away. So in the end, the Winnipeg Blue Bombers in the CFL just said, forget about you there, Pac-Man. You're not interested? We'll look for someone else. So that's what happened. So no Pac-Man Jones, no Roy Williams, the cornerback, and you have another Roy Williams, a wide receiver, replacing T.O., Terrell Owens, the most controversial person in football today. Now he's a Bill. Will he help that team? I bet you $1 million he will. Trent Edwards finally has someone to throw the football to. He has Lee Evans, but I'm telling you right now, I'm going with the Bills. They will win come Monday. They might even cover the spread by 10 points, I guarantee you. And we'll see what happens. Dallas Cowboys, another soap opera. Do I think they'll be a better team this year? I think they will be. They have a very solid team, but they play in one of the toughest divisions in football. Michael Vick's back, playing with the Eagles. They're going to be tough. The dynamic duel of McNabb and Vick are going to be tough for any team defense in all of football. This is going to be an interesting year, folks. The first week of football should be good. We'll see you in week 2. This is Mark Spencer saying so long and bye-bye.